Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Pretty cool background design, kind of like the Mercedes logo in a way, but fading in and out, and kind of a pretty unique deal and pretty easy to draw. Let's just draw one. I am going to take a polygon and put it on six-sided, and I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. I'm not going to use a six-sided polygon. I am going to use a three-sided. But now my three-sided is in the center of the page. You can see the X where Corel tells you the center of that is. Now we're going to Control D and make a duplicate and grab the shape tool, and actually while holding down the control button, bring it up. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker this time. So that way it's perfect. All the points are the same distance away from the center. I can turn off my indexing lines now. I'm going to grab the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill these in with black. Then I'm going to change the color, and this time I'm going to make it, I'm just going to go with the same color. I'm going to go with blue. They look pretty good. Now while that is selected, I'm going to grab the interactive fill tool, go from the blue outward, then I'm going to go to elliptical, and I'm going to put the center in the center. Matter of fact, the other way I use some blue in there, but I'm going to leave it like that. I think that looks pretty cool. You could, reduce it, enlarge it, but we'll leave it just like that and see what it looks like. Now we're going to Control G to group all that together. I am going to not take away the outline, but I'm going to make the outline black. That way, when I join them together, you won't be able to see it. Now, at this time, we can change this dimension to 3 inches with my ratio lock, so it's still a perfect triangle. I am going to take my nudge factor and set it on 3 inches. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. Oh, I made it 2. So 2-inch nudge. Control D and make a duplicate. And what that is doing is it's putting them right next to each other. I'm going to group this together, Control G, and then I'm going to flip it. Well, I must not have made a Control D to make a duplicate. And then I'm going to flip it. But then I'm going to change my nudge factor to exactly the half of that, which is 1 inch. And when I move it over, they're perfect. Now I'm going to group this together, Control G. I want my downward one to be something easy to remember, so I'm going to make it 2 inches. My nudge factor is still 2 inches. Well, I changed it to 1, so we'll change it back to 2. We'll make sure this is grouped together, and we'll Control D and make a duplicate, and then just make as many as you want. Just keep going until you want whatever. Now to get this shape and not have these jagged edges, Control G to group it and hit P and put it in the center of the page. Then take a rectangle or a square holding down the control button so it's perfectly, and hit P, and you can make it smaller or larger. But then we're going to take and select it all. The weld tool will open up and we'll go to intersect, and that cut out those edges. And we can get rid of our box. We can actually get rid of that. We can hit P, put it back in the center of the page. And if we look at it close, it's a pretty cool design. Maybe somebody could use it for a backdrop, or maybe not that shape, but maybe you'll learn a couple of tools there to use. So I made it a little bit thicker this time so it kind of shows up more. And on this one, I put green on the outside and blue in the middle. This one, I just put blue on the outside and white in the middle. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.